Check 1, 2. You hear us okay? Yep. We got lines. You can hear me okay? Check 1, 2. Hey, Brandon. It's good to see you. Good to hear you. Okay. We good?
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Idaho. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Idaho High School Activities Association and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way. Go. All the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news? Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
Some days, I choose the most difficult trail. I test my limits.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy, but I know it's the right way.
When I get done with my ride and I look back at what I've just accomplished, I feel amazing.
It takes courage and determination to do hard things.
But you can do them.
Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Welcome to the Ryerson Family Backyard Games. There will be obstacles to face and challenges to overcome. Are you ready?
You know, Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch. Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I loved it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Good evening and welcome to this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2023 Idaho High School Football Playoffs, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and Ideal, Idaho's college savings program. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. Tonight we come to you live from Red Devil Stadium, where the Lighthouse Christian Lions will take on the Murtaugh Red Devils in the 2023 opening round of the 1A D1 playoffs. It's great to have you with us. My name is Joel Richardson, and I'm joined by the pride of Twin Falls, Dean DeMoore. What's up, Dean?
How's it going, everybody? It's good to be here. It's a great night for football. Two teams that know each other well and are ready to go. These guys are ready to play some football.
Last week, both these teams met each other in the regular season finale. Similar to last year, Murtaugh took that regular season final game, won that game 26-34. Won 63-30. It was not very close. But last year, same thing happened. Murtaugh beat Lighthouse Christian here. Lighthouse Christian comes back the following week and wins in that first round of the playoffs, knocking off the Murtaugh Red Devils.
That's right. Looking to repeat history, our Lighthouse Lions looking to win the playoff game, which is the one that really counts as they look forward to advancing in these state playoffs.
And how are they going to do that tonight? Murtaugh Red Devils obviously keys the game. They want to focus on their run game. Their senior running back, Junior Benitez, running back, also a nice DB as well. He's dynamic even in the backfield. He's a good receiver. In the field, he's a good receiver. Of course, amazing running. But not just Junior Benitez. He's also got a solid running core behind senior Eli Merrick, junior Brody Funk, and then, of course, their quarterback, Sawyer Young. So they're going to look to those guys to get that running game going. And some of the keys to the game for Lighthouse Christian, what do we got, Dean?
Lighthouse runs almost exclusively out of shotgun formations. You'll see them throw it downfield. They like to throw it downfield, take advantage of senior quarterback Justice Schrader's arm. They'll run option out of the shotgun, quarterback keepers, running back options. They like to throw to the flat and just let their receivers and their running backs use that athleticism, use that speed to get downfield for the first downs.
So, of course, we're audio only tonight, no camera on this broadcast. So we'll bring you all the action here. Joel Richardson with Dean DeMoore. Players have met midfield. They've exchanged handshakes, flipped the coins, and we're set to get started. Something to look forward to also at halftime will be our Idaho Launch halftime show. Idaho Launch support in every direction. Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? It's true, Dean. Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Idaho Launch support in every direction. Murtaugh going to kick off to Lighthouse Christian to start this opening round playoff matchup. Lighthouse Lions visiting again the Murtaugh Red Devils. It's a tale as old as time, Dean. You got blue versus red. Lions versus Red Devils.
That's right.
Classic matchup. And like you say, these teams have seen each other quite a bit over the last few years. As we start this game, there's a little onside kick almost. A squib, and it's kicked to about the 41-yard line. So Lighthouse Christian will start with good field position to begin this game.
Micah Zanotti on the recovery of the kick. He's come up big in previous weeks, recovering onside kicks, either on the receiving team and as the kicking team. Micah Zanotti coming up big this time for special teams for the Lions.
And, of course, Lighthouse will march out in their spread, in their shotgun formation. to starting quarterback. Justice Schrader, baller on the field all season, takes the snap. It's a good snap. He rolls to his far side. He throws. That's going to be completed. Tackled almost immediately, but not after a gain of about 5 yards, bringing up about 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5. Nice first down play from the Lighthouse Christian Lions.
Looks like Johnny Millenkamp out in the flat. Justice Schrader rolls out to his left, hits him on the run. Millenkamp didn't have a chance to turn it up. Short gain coming up for the Lions.
Justice Schrader has a pack of great receivers. His favorite, of course, is Jack DeYoung, who's also an honor student this year so far in the school year. So good stuff there. Schrader takes the snap. He does hand it off. He goes into the middle, and he breaks a couple tackles, and he's broken for a few more. Number 2 will take it past the 30, 25, and finally go down at about the 24-yard line. That's Johnny Millenkamp, the sophomore, on the run there, Dean.
Running tough right through the line, breaks through the second level, and goes for a long gain for the Lions.
Talking to Coach Todd Jensen, the head coach Todd Jensen of the Murtaugh Red Devils. He wanted to control the line of scrimmage on both ends, both offense and defense. So not so much control right there. Lighthouse Christian at Millenkamp able to get second level, no problem, and then some on that 25, 30-yard gain as Schrader scrambles and gets sacked in the backfield, taken down for a loss. That was number 8 on the sack, Oscar Aburto. Oscar, a great player for Murtaugh. He was an all-conference last year on offensive line and defensive line.
Schrader went back, didn't see anybody open right away, had to scramble, but Alberto was there to make the sack. Loss of about 5. 2nd and long for the Lions.
2nd and long, no doubt about it. 2nd and looks like 15 on the 30-yard line. Lighthouse Christian Lions, he takes the snap right up the middle, but he's tackled after about a 3-4 yard gain. That's Schrader on the QB draw right up the middle, and he gets a couple, bringing up 3rd and I guess somewhat manageable. 3rd and 11, 3rd and 10, a lot better than 3rd and 15 for sure.
Definitely a planned run for the quarterback. They had 2 wingbacks and 2 wide, and he just ran it up the middle for a gain. 3rd and about 10.5, we'll say, for the Lions.
Lighthouse moving right to left as we see it, as you hear it. Schrader takes the snap. It's a good one. He sets. He scrambles out of the pocket, and he's got some room to run. He gets to the first down and then some. Runs over a tackler, and it finally brought down about the 5-4 yard line. Great run from Justice Schrader.
Murtaugh brought the heat coming off tackle. Schrader steps up to avoid the pressure, sees an opening, and just runs. Tackled just right about the 5 yard line, yeah.
So far, Lighthouse Christian Lions haven't doing anything really what they want on the run game, which is a little bit surprising as Murtaugh, their focus is the run game. So you would think that on defense they'd be able to stop those runs. But Schrader and company doing anything they want so far on this drive. 5 yard line. 1st and goal for Schrader and the Lions. And they're, Dean, close to the touchdown.
Very close. Again, he rolled out to his right, was looking, didn't want to make a bad throw, so he took it himself, gained about 3 or 4 yards, and they're very close to the end zone.
And, of course, this is 8-man football, so there's a lot more space for these athletes to run. And once you get into space, watch out.
Yeah, if you have any speed, even in 8-man with 1 block, maybe 2 blocks, that could break you. And you can go run for a long way for a touchdown.
2nd and about 1. Schrader tries to get free. He does. Will he get in? Yes, he will. Touchdown,
yeah, he's in there.
Lions.
Went to put a shoulder down into the tackler, went right over, tumbles in for the touchdown. An early 6 for the Lions. 2-point conversion attempt coming up.
So with 8:01 to play, Justice Schrader gets in the end zone, no problem on the really the 2nd and short, and gets in for 6, going for the 2-point conversion pending, looks like. Schrader's got dual receivers on both ends. Scans the defense. Takes the snap. 3-step drop, rolls to his right, and he throws. That's going to be a complete. No, incomplete. He had his man open, but no good. 2-point conversion fails. But the Lighthouse Lion Christians are the first to strike. 6-0 lead with 8:01 to play. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the 1A D1 playoffs. You're listening to the 1A D1 playoffs on IdahoSports.com.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news, someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
Welcome back to the 1A D1 opening round playoffs here at Murtaugh High School, Red Devil Stadium. Lighthouse Christian Lions struck first, making it 6-0 with 8:01 to play in the first quarter. Listening to the 8-man prepcast on IdahoSports.com, wherever you get your podcasts. They talked about how this could easily turn into a shootout. And so far, with only about a few ticks off the clock, the Lions strike first. Kickoff is to about the 10, picked up and ran for about 20 yards there. So nice return for the Murtaugh Red Devils. Decent field position to start this drive.
Returned by Sawyer Young. Dangerous punt returner, dangerous kick returner. I was watching film on Murtaugh earlier today. There was a few times he ran kicks back for a touchdown. Great tackle, special teams tackle by Micah Zanotti, leading the way for the Lions.
Offense sets up in the dual backs, handed off, and he goes for almost, it's going to be 11 yards, first down, no problem. That's number 13 on the run, Junior Benitez, the senior awesome running back.
They're going to run a lot out of this formation, quarterback, under center, split backs, and they will run sweeps, they'll run crosses, they'll run counters, just to get Lighthouse to flinch and hopefully get that extra advantage.
Like you said, another run to the left side with that dual back formation. That's number 24, Eli Merrick, another one of those good runners, listed as a wide receiver quarterback, but does plenty of running from the backfield as well. But he goes for really maybe a gain of 1 there, bringing up 2nd and long for the Red Devils. Interesting watching Lighthouse Christian's defense. They stack the box. They know that run is coming. Handoff, and it does through the middle. And he's going to be stopped after a gain of about, we'll give him 3. Again, number 13, Junior Benitez on the run.
Lighthouse playing what looks like almost you would call it a 4-4 defense.
That's
4
right.
linemen, 4 linebackers, and they're just going to take care of the run until Murtaugh proves otherwise.
Yeah, definitely selling out on the run as we see the Red Devils offense for the first time tonight. Red Devils, of course, going left to right as we see it, as you hear it. Now we're in the shotgun, hands it off after a man in motion. That's number 13. He breaks a couple tackles. If he can break one more, he's gone. He does, and he gets the first down and then some. Nice run there from Junior Benitez once again.
Another formation that Murtaugh likes to use. They use those 5 linemen, a wing back on each side, off tackle, the quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll motion to the quarterback. They'll run sweeps. They'll run counters as well, and just letting their athletes run and be athletic. And, if they got to put a move on somebody, they'll do it, and it's been successful for them all year.
Lighthouse Christian, the shotgun. He's rolling to the near side. He's got room to run. He's got a couple blockers as well. He's on the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Murtaugh.
Sawyer Young doing it like he's been doing it all year. Taking that ball, he rolled out to his right. Nobody was open. Took off, and he was gone. Got a couple blocks downfield. One of the Lighthouse defenders slipped and fell. Maybe would have made the tackle, but didn't get up in time, and Sawyer Young into the end zone for 6.
We've had some weather here in Idaho and East Idaho, South Idaho. the two-point conversion. They push the pile, push. Will he get in? He does. He gets in for two. Two-point conversion is completed. Great push up front. Trying to get, I think that was Junior Benitez it was with the ball. Number 13, as usual, Benitez gets the two-point conversion, and Murtaugh finds themselves leading 8-6 early in the first quarter. 5:55 to play. So again, just a few ticks off the clock, Dean, and we've got scores.
It could be like this all night. Just run, score, run, score. These two offenses very capable of putting up a lot of points. And it's like Coach Jensen said in our pregame talk, tackling is going to be huge, especially in 8-man with so much room. Tackling is going to be huge.
Benitez gets the gets the two-point conversion after his quarterback Sawyer Young scored a long touchdown run, making it 8-6, again with 5:55 to play in this opening quarter of this playoff matchup. Of course, last week, Mr. Benitez had an amazing game, going 31 carries, 302 yards, Dean, 7 touchdowns. I know this is 8-man football, but still an 8-man, 7 touchdowns is pretty spectacular.
That's a good night for anybody. Even playing video games, you can't score that many in a game, but he did it.
Kick goes out of bounds at about they call it the 36-yard line, so there'll be penalty on the kick, and the Lions will start with good field position. While we wait for the call, we'll take a second to recognize some sponsors. Community True Value, serving the Magic Valley with all your farm and hardware needs since 1954. Community True Value proudly supports the Murtaugh boys at state this year. And also improve the quality of your crops, the longevity of your silage, and the health of your livestock with proven products and customer service at Key Ag Distributors, a proud supporter of Murtaugh Athletics. The Lions will start at the 43-yard line in the shotgun. Running back to his left hip, takes the snap. One-step drop, throws the outside, has got a man open, but it's incomplete, intercepted off the hands of his receiver. And that's going the other way. Red Devils will take over.
Sawyer Young on the interception, tipped off the hands of Case Van Leeuwen. Sawyer Young closes in, gets the catch, tackled right at midfield. Murtaugh takes over, 1st and 10.
So tough when you throw those balls and they go off the fingertips, even the hands of your receivers. Ball goes up, and it's anyone's ball at that point. Interception, and Devils take over. Handoff a little bit to the left, cuts in the middle. Minimal gain on that play. Bring up 2nd and long for Sawyer Young and his Red Devils.
Eli Merrick out of that wingback spot, little inside sweep. Short gain, 2nd down coming up for the Red Devils. These Red Devils, they've got a bunch of guys who can run the ball with speed and with agility.
Sawyer Young in the shotgun, man in motion. Sawyer Young is going to take it himself. Gets a block, makes a couple guys miss, and finally is tackled. A lot of running for a minimal gain will bring up 3rd and about 8 for the Red Devils.
Jack DeYoung leading the way for the Lions, tackling Sawyer Young before he can get out into the open and do some damage.
4:42 and counting to play in this first quarter. 1A D1 playoffs, first round of the 1A D1 playoffs. Lions visiting the Red Devils here at Red Devil Stadium. Quarterback under center, pitches it to the near side. He's pushing through tacklers, and finally he's brought down. It's not going to be the first down, but he gets in enemy territory, and this is probably 4th down territory for the Red Devils.
Justice Schrader on the tackle for the Lions. 4th down coming up for Murtaugh.
So decision time, they kind of look to the sideline. Number 3, Sawyer Young, taking the play call from his coach. Sawyer Young only a junior, 5'9", 160. Had a great season. Sawyer Young under center. And they get a guy to jump. That's number 7 for Lighthouse Christian, who jumps Ben Ford, the senior. And the hard snap works. And that should be enough for the first down.
Yep, the hard count drew him offside, which was the plan. And now Murtaugh finds themselves 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So after a couple of quick scores, we have a bit of a slower drive. It's going to be a direct snap, and he's going to run that ball. Nice gain off the direct snap, gain of about 7. Indeed, I didn't see who took that snap there on the run.
I didn't either. We've got a man down for the Lions.
And that might have been Benitez, which is a good guess if we guess Benitez running that football. We've got a man down. Hopefully he's okay, but we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching the 1A D1 opening round of the 1A D1 playoffs on. You're listening to the 1A D1 playoffs opening round, Lighthouse Murtaugh. We'll be back right after this.
Idaho isn't your average state, and we are not your average people. We're not afraid to jump feet first, and we see the world a little differently. We know the importance of slowing down and the value of catching up. When we're not busy getting lost, we're looking out for one another. Our whitewater is aggressive, but our driving is not. We know all about taking chances, but we also know our limits. We drive safely because we care. It's who we are.
We are back at Murtaugh High School. We have a run to the far side. That's number 3, and he's going to take that all the way. Touchdown, Sawyer Young.
33 yards on the run for Sawyer Young. They faked the double sweep, the crisscross, and he went right off tackle into the end zone, almost untouched. Lighthouse just could not catch up to him. He was gone. 33 yards for the young man at quarterback.
So Case Van Loon was the player who went down for the Lighthouse Christian Lions. And the next play, Sawyer Young takes it 33 yards for the touchdown. 2-point conversion. He's pushing forward as much as he can. And he is in for 2. What a great second effort there. I didn't catch who ran that ball. It was a great play from the Red Devils to keep pushing, push that line, and they'll get 2 more.
Junior Benitez once again at the bottom of the pile, but he crossed the line. He's got the football. 2-point conversion good for Murtaugh.
So with 2:54 to play, after Case Van Leeuwen goes down with an injury, hopefully he's okay, Sawyer Young, like Dean mentioned, as he explained really well, they had a couple fake sweeps going. Sawyer Young takes it himself and takes it to the far side of the field. Goes almost untouched, 33 yards for the touchdown. Then Junior Benitez, the fast, dynamic running back, gets in for the 2-point conversion, bringing us to 16-6. Murtaugh Red Devils leading the Lighthouse Christian Lions. So last year, again, Murtaugh and Lighthouse met in the regular season finale. Murtaugh wins. A week later, they meet in the first round of the playoffs. Lighthouse Christian comes in and I would say upsets the Murtaugh Red Devils. And this year, Murtaugh is trying not to allow past repeat itself, trying to break that Groundhog Day curse, if you will. And so far, It's working with Murtaugh up 16-6. Pooch kick to about the 40-yard line. It's received and brought down immediately. So nice special teams play, I would say, from both sides. And that was number 15 for Lighthouse, Kobe Stevenson on the kickoff reception. Nice heads-up play there from Kobe Stevenson.
Kobe was in the second row of blockers for Lighthouse, catches it on the fly. Luckily, Murtaugh was there to tackle him. Kobe Stevenson, a state qualifying 100-meter runner, so you know he's got speed. And thankfully for Murtaugh, they caught him just after he caught the ball.
Justice Schrader in the shotgun. He's got Johnny Millenkamp on about his left hip. Two receivers at the bottom, near side. He hands it off. Millenkamp tries to spin out, but nowhere going. He'll be tackled for about a loss of 5. Great read there from the Red Devil defense.
Brody Funk and Oscar Alberto there to tackle Johnny Millenkamp for a loss. They weren't fooled. They were ready for him.
Johnny Millenkamp got a little honorable mention for last week's game from Will Henneke, the 8-man guru himself. If he's listening tonight, shout out to Will Henneke and his honorable mention of Millenkamp, who's hasn't been able to get free tonight so far. That's going to be a throw, a quick slant, met again immediately by the Murtaugh defense. Pass received, pass given to Jack DeYoung, Justice Schrader's favorite target there for the Lighthouse Christian Lions.
Bullet pass over the middle, hits Jack right in the hands, right in the numbers. Jack brings it in before he's tackled down.
So the Lions going right to left on the 43-yard line on their own end of the field, trying to get across the 50, which would be the first down. Quarterback takes the snap. He's hit, but he pitches it before he's hit. That's to number 2, Johnny Millenkamp once again, but Millenkamp only gets a short gain, which will bring up 3rd and we'll say 7 for the Lions.
They went for the option, and once Schrader pitched it to Millenkamp, Murtaugh was ready, and Johnny Millenkamp with maybe a yard gain, 4th down coming up.
And since they scored in that opening drive, Lions really haven't been able to get to space, haven't been able to get their playmakers to space. 3 receivers, 1 on the far side, 2 near side. Quarterback sets, fires, caught again, immediately hit though. That's number 13, Xander Holt on the reception, the sophomore Xander Holt, but he can't get to the first down, and we'll see what the Lions elect to do here in their own territory on about the on about the 48-yard line. So they were close to the first down, excuse me. A favorable spot there for the Lions.
I think that was 4th down. Schrader made a great pass. Holt made a great catch, but the Murtaugh defense made a great play, not allowing Holt to gain any yards or to get the first down. Murtaugh takes over on downs.
Handoff to the near side. That's number 24. Makes a man miss and finally goes inside and gets tackled. And that's number 24, Eli Merrick. Good thing Dean is here keeping us honest. Excuse me. I thought it was 3rd down. It was 4th. They were close but did not get it. And Murtaugh Red Devils take over on downs. Eli Merrick, nice run there to start this drive.
They had him split out wide, came into motion, and once the snap, they hit him they handed it off to him on the jet sweep. Gain of about 5. 2nd down coming up for the Red
Quarterback
Devils.
under center. He takes it himself. He's met immediately. He'll get about a gain of 1. Nice hard running there from Sawyer Young. And that will end the first quarter. Murtaugh strikes again. They're up 16-6 on the Lighthouse Christian Lions. You're watching the 1A D1 opening round of the state playoffs on IdahoSports.com.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction.
Welcome back to Murtaugh High School, Red Devil Stadium, where the Murtaugh Red Devils are up 16-6 on the Lighthouse Christian Lions. Murtaugh, now we flip the field, is going right to left. A little screen pass to the near side. That's number 13 with the completed pass, and he's tackled out of bounds by number 1 of Lighthouse, Case Van Leeuwen, back in the game. Good to see that he's back in the game. Junior Benitez with the reception.
Case Van Leeuwen, a tough young man, came off on his own power. He was shaking his arm, maybe a little something with his elbow, maybe a helmet to the forearm, but he's a tough kid. It's good to see him back out there. He's a key contributor, not only on offense, but on defense. One of the leading tacklers for these Lighthouse Lions.
So it's first down for Murtaugh. Quarterback now in the shotgun. He takes it. He's going to take it himself. He fakes outside, goes inside. There's a flag on the play. He's breaking all kinds of tackles and finally brought down. Hard tackle there at about the 5-yard line. Sawyer Young, but there's going to be a flag down. It's going to be a hold on the Red Devils, bringing that play back.
Aiden Visser coming in from the side, making a touchdown-saving tackle. Luckily for the Lions, Murtaugh is charged with the penalty, so that will back them up 10 yards from the flag.
Now take a look at this Murtaugh offensive line. Some big dudes up front. You got number 8, Oscar Aburto. You got number 72, T. Gunnell. 6'3", 250, T. Gunnell. And then already mentioned Oscar Aburto, 5'7", 225. Would be great to run behind those guys. I think I could maybe get a couple yards running behind those dudes.
Yeah, for sure.
At least 2, Dean.
At least 2. At least 2. No, these guys have been doing all season, and they know they block, they get the score, and their running backs and the receivers give them the high fives afterwards.
It's a handoff to the far side. He gets about 5.
That's Brody Funk, number 5.
And Sawyer Young will go to the sideline to get the call from his coach, bringing it back to the huddle. Murtaugh again going right to left as we see it, as you hear it. Doing the audio broadcast tonight, Joel Richardson with Dean DeMoore. It's good to be with you on this Thursday Night Football, Dean.
Yeah. This is no place I'd rather be, watching some 8-man football.
Sawyer Young in the shotgun takes the snap, throws it to the near side. That's Junior Benitez once again. He's got a gang of helpers for the blocks and it's finally brought down. Looks like it's going to be just inside the 10-yard line, Dean.
Looks like first and goal situation for the Red Devils. Timeout is called. Junior Benitez on that running back swing pass, screen pass that Murtaugh likes to run. Enough for a first down.
And with that, now they got the first down. They're inside the red zone. They call a timeout. And while they take a timeout, we'll recognize our sponsors, Community True Value, serving the Magic Valley with all your farm and hardware needs since 1954. Community True Value proudly supports the Murtaugh boys at state this year. And improve the quality of your products, the longevity of your silage, and the health of your livestock with proven products and customer service at Key Ag Distributors, a proud supporter of Murtaugh Athletics. And don't forget, folks, halftime, the Idaho Launch halftime show. Idaho seniors choose your education or training path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Seniors, wherever your education and training path leads, Idaho Launch has financial support for high school graduates this year. Idaho Launch, support in every direction. A couple seniors wanted to make some waves tonight, playing good football so far. But Sawyer Young, the junior, he'll take the direct snap himself, and will he get in the touchdown? He will. He falls in. He's met, but he'll fall in to the end zone. 6 for Sawyer Young and his Murtaugh offense. Great running from Sawyer Young.
Case Van Leeuwen hit him and wrapped him up at about the 2-yard line, but Sawyer Young, with the momentum, puts his shoulder down with the will to score and scores despite Van Leeuwen trying to tackle him.
So Sawyer Young with the 10-yard touchdown run, hard running, got hit a couple times and finally fell in the end zone. And Junior Benitez will take the direct snap, run up the middle, and he will be met, but he'll get in. They'll give him the 2-point conversion. Great running from Junior Benitez. Who else but Benitez for the 2-point conversion? 3 2-point conversions in a row for the senior running back.
Junior Benitez listed as 6 foot 180. That's a big kid coming at you, trying to tackle when you're close quarters on the goal line.
Sawyer Young came off that, after that touchdown, came off the field a little shaken up. And he's on his knees right now trying to recover. It was a tough run from Sawyer Young, and he got hit hard as he fell into the end zone. Hopefully he's okay, but you know who is okay? The Murtaugh offense. Holy smokes, Dean. 24-6 with 10:06 to play in the second quarter in this first half. Can't ask for a better start if you're a Murtaugh fan.
Not at all. Sawyer Young, he scored all the touchdowns. However, Junior Benitez, he's got some carries. Brody Funk has got some carries. Eli Merrick has got some carries. They're spreading the ball around, making sure it's not just one guy. It's a total team effort on this Murtaugh run game.
Murtaugh so far doing basically what they want on offense, which is one of the keys to the game for the coach was establishing the run, but owning the line of scrimmage on both offense and defense, and they've been able to do that tonight. And they've even had opportunities with the passing game, and that run has opened up the passing game. And finally, the other key was letting Benitez cook. Let that boy run, and he has done that as he scored all the two-point conversions and had some really nice runs. So as we wait the kickoff, Murtaugh will go right to left, right to left. Little pooch kick. It's a short one. Kicked to about a 38-yard line. It's recovered, and number 15 will fall out of bounds as he's met by a group of Murtaugh tacklers. Number 15, Kobe Stevenson, on the reception. Again, on the special teams reception.
Yep, Murtaugh was right there to tackle him. Didn't let Kobe Stevenson get loose and take advantage of that state track caliber speed that he's got. Lighthouse takes over at the 42-yard line. Hopefully, we'll see if they can put a drive together and put some points on the board, or else it might end up being a long night for Lighthouse. Not out of reach just yet, but they definitely need some points on this drive.
So with that said, Schrader in the shotgun. He rolls to his near side. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to take it out of bounds after about a 12-yard gain. Nice run there. Good decision from Justice Schrader as no one was open. Had some blockers, ran out of bounds. Good decision there. First down for Lighthouse. And like you say, Dean, Lighthouse needs to get something going as they find themselves down 24-6. And need to get some positive plays going, get themselves to space, just like Justice Schrader just did, got himself to space. Again, 8-man football for those who are just joining us. So if you can get your athletes into green grass, they can do some things for you.
Yep, it's about getting somebody to the outside and taking advantage of the speed that they have. Both teams have a good amount of speed.
Schrader in the shotgun, and he's running back looking for space, and he can't find space. And he found the speed, but from the other team. Wow, what a sack from Oscar Aburto. Nice defense from the defensive line of Murtaugh.
Schrader, again, tried to scramble. Aburto was in his face, nowhere for Schrader to go. He gets tackled for a loss, a huge loss. And Lighthouse looking to drive uphill with this.
Yeah, Lighthouse sacked, I think, all the way back at Twin Falls, if I'm not mistaken. And so Lighthouse will continue. They were past the 50-yard line at about the 45 or so, and now they find themselves on the 36-yard line. So second and forever for the Lions. And tacklers are missed. Well, number 11's breaking tackles left and right, trying to get something, but no, he's going to get tackled after maybe a short gain. That was number 11.
Jack DeYoung.
Okay, so Jack DeYoung, not number 11. It was Jack DeYoung. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong roster. The wrong roster.
They had Jack DeYoung on the jet sweep. Couldn't get north and south, as it were. Murtaugh right there to tackle him for another loss. It's a long ways to go for the first down for the Lions.
So third and forever. You know what they say about third and forever, Dean? There are no plays for third and forever. Nope. Get some kind of positive yards and set up for your special teams. Quarterback takes snap, and that's picked off. Oh, no, they call incomplete. Incomplete from number 32, Sway Stanger. It was a great read from Sway.
He had it in his hands, but as he came to the ground, the ball hit the ground first. The referee right there to make the call. He couldn't get his hands under the ball. Lighthouse catches a break, but it's still 4th and forever.
So a brutal drive from us. It started out somewhat promising from Justice Schrader on the run, but after that, just goes from bad to worse. So the Lions will punt. That's number 1, Case Van Leeuwen punting, and takes a decent bounce and gets past the 50-yard line at about the 47. So they do switch the field a little bit. For as far back as they were, I'll take that punt, Dean.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't quite as far as they were hoping, but it does push Murtaugh back a little bit. Murtaugh has about 52 yards to go if they want to score again.
So Murtaugh going right to left, south side, north side, here at Red Devil Stadium. 7:58 to go in the second quarter in this first half. Opening day of football of 1A D1 high school football playoffs. Handoff to Benitez. He fumbles it, but he recovers while he's running. Amazing athleticism from the senior running back. My goodness, Benitez, what did he eat for breakfast this morning? As he's running, he fumbles the football, and he kind of bobbles it, gets it back under, right where a running back wants it, and is able to get a few more yards before he's tackled. Nice play from Benitez. Could have been a disastrous fumble there, but keeps the ball in his hands and gets about 5.
Murtaugh definitely catching a break on that play.
Quarterback in shotgun, takes the snap. It's a handoff, left side, near side. He breaks a tackle, and then one. Finally brought down at the 35-yard line. Good run there from number 24, Eli Merrick.
Tackled down by Jack DeYoung, but not after he gets the first down and more. First down for Murtaugh at the 35-yard line.
So this offense showing us why they are run heavy, using all kinds of players to run tonight. They mostly line up with that 5-man offensive line, which is what we're seeing tonight, Dean. A lot of fake handoffs, a lot of sweeps and counters, and it's working as they're up 24-6 and marching yet again to score, lined up at the 35-yard line. Quarterback takes the snap. He fakes the handoff. He'll take it himself. Sawyer Young met up at the 30-yard line, gets a gain of about 4.
Justice Schrader, Jack DeYoung, Case Van Leeuwen in on the tackle. Good run, though, for the quarterback, Sawyer Young. Gain of about 5. Second down coming up.
And when you're averaging, 5-6 yards, especially in 8-man football, you're going to win ball games, Dean. And I would say, we don't have the math in front of us, but I would say they're doing that. Sawyer Young hands off to Benitez. Benitez breaks a couple tackles, trying to get to the near side sideline and brought down. We'll get the first down and inside the red zone. First down, Red Devils.
Johnny Millenkamp making a touchdown-saving tackle. Junior Benitez takes the ball up the middle, bounces it back outside, and almost had the sideline all to himself until Millenkamp made the tackle.
Quarterback under center, he'll take the QB sneak himself, gets a couple blockers, but we'll get a short gain, bringing up second and about 8 or 9 for the Murtaugh offense. Again, they are in the red zone on the north side of Red Devil Stadium. And it was beautiful night. It's cold night, but it's a beautiful night. Clear skies, almost a full moon out there, Dean. 36 degrees here in Murtaugh. We had some weather today in East Idaho. I came from East Idaho, from Pocatello, and it started snowing, Dean. Handoff to the near side, and he'll get maybe 1 or 2 more. But nice tackling there from the Lions to not allow any more yards. Bringing up third and manageable for the Red Devils.
The way the Red Devils are running, I wouldn't be surprised if they pick up this first down. And the way that they're blocking these Lighthouse defenders, that's going to wear these defenders down over the course of this game.
No doubt, as you run this ball from one side to the other, wears down that defense. Sawyer Young takes the ball himself, and he will get maybe back to the line of scrimmage, bring it up fourth and manageable for the Red Devils. We'll see what the coach here calls. course, Coach Jensen, Todd Jensen, great head coach here. Also the AD. And setting us up really nicely here at here in our booth tonight, here at Red Devil Stadium.
Todd Jensen, always enthusiastic, always ready for the game.
And a game this is. Although Murtaugh finds themselves up 24-6. Nice block and a throw from beneath these. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown off the trickery.
Sway Stanger wide open in the end zone. Sawyer Young takes the shotgun snap, pitches it to Benitez as if he was running a sweep, sets his feet and tosses a good enough ball to Sway Stanger in the end zone, wide open. Lighthouse definitely fooled on that one.
So it's an 18-yard touchdown throw from Junior Benitez. It wasn't a pretty throw, but it got to his man as they line up for the two-point conversion. It's a handoff to Benitez, and he gets in, no problem. Two-point conversion is good. With 4:05 to play, the trickery on the throw works for Murtaugh. Get in for 6. Benitez gets in for 2 more, bringing us to 32-6. Murtaugh doing whatever they want here tonight. And with that, we'll take a quick break. You're listening to 1A D1 opening round playoffs on IdahoSports.com.
We're Valley-wide Country Store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating
Welcome
next
back
spring
to Red
are
Devil
eligible
Stadium,
for up to
where the
$8,000 in
Red
grant
Devils are
money
leading
for
the
career
Lighthouse
training
Christian
and
Lions
education through Idaho Launch.
32-6.
Funds can be
These
used to
teams
cover the
met
cost of
last
apprenticeships,
for the
job
regular
training,
season
community
finale.
college, and university programs that lead to
Murtaugh Red
in-demand
Devils taking
careers.
that
Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in every
Goes
direction.
out of bounds. And the Lighthouse Christian Lions will start with decent field position on this second quarter drive. 4:05 to play. And Lighthouse Christian Lions going to be going north to south, left to right as we see it and as you hear it. So, Dean, what do the Lions need to do here to get something going on offense? They've had a few good plays, and then they seem to either turn it over or turn over on downs, or they have to punt.
You know, the first drive where they scored, they were running the ball really well. If they can find a way to get back to that, owning the line of scrimmage, maybe some of those swing passes out in the flat, but they definitely need to figure something out here if they want to get back in this game.
So it's a little pitch play into the flats, and he's brought down after a gain of about 4. So it's a good play from Schrader.
Almost a shovel pass to Johnny Millenkamp, gain of about 3, kept in bounds to just a minimal gain.
So positive play from Justice Schrader to Jack DeYoung, or Millenkamp, excuse me. Schrader down the shotgun with a running back on his right hip. Takes the snap. He fakes the handoff. He gets a nice block, and he's got some space. Moving his feet, trying to keep in bounds, and he does get out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. Nice run there from Justice Schrader, making something happen for this Lions offense.
He makes the run, gets the first down, is pushed out of bounds. He was hoping to go for more, but the Lions will take it. First down in a while for the Lions.
Wind blowing south to north as the Lions continue this drive. 3:27 to play in the second quarter. We'll see what Schrader and his offense have in store here for the Murtaugh defense. Schrader in almost a pistol, but really in the shotgun. Does hand it off, and he's met immediately only gets back to the line of scrimmage. That's number 2, Johnny Millenkamp, going nowhere for this Devils defense.
Brody Funk and Will Nebeker for the Murtaugh defense. They were ready for the handoff up the middle. No gain for young Johnny Millenkamp. Only a sophomore. He's got a bright future ahead of him as it pertains to football, but nothing doing on that play.
Now look forward to seeing more Johnny Millenkamp in the future. But tonight, Red Devils defense sniffing mostly everything out that the Lions are throwing at them. Schrader in the shotgun. He's got 2 backs behind him, but they get a nice hard count. It's going to be encroachment, offsides on the Red Devils, and they'll go five more yards. The Lions will go 5 more yards forward, which this is as close they've gotten to the red zone in quite a while, Dean.
Not since that first quarter where they initially scored on that first drive. They've had a hard time, but looking like they're getting things back together on this drive here in the second quarter.
Schrader with 2 backs on both of his hips. Nothing's going. He's got that's going to be a face mask. Justice Schrader, he's trying to scramble, get away from the defenders, and as he turned, face mask happened, and that'll be 15 more yards. So penalties kind of assisting the Lions offense on this one. And number 88 comes up a little hobble. That's Noah Harker-Reed, the senior. Hopefully he's okay. But play broke down. No one was open. And Justice Schrader starts scrambling inside the pocket. Almost kind of does a spin move, Dean, and they get his face mask.
Murtaugh called for the inadvertent face mask, a 5-yard penalty, but still good enough for a new set of downs for the Lions. Coach Jensen not too happy about the call.
So with 2:15 to play, Lighthouse Christian Lions take a timeout, and we'll take one as well. You're watching the opening round of the 1A D1 state playoffs on IdahoSports.com.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome back to Red Devil Stadium, where the Lions are starting to move a little bit. First down, new set of downs after that penalty. It's a long throw deep. Got a man open, but it's incomplete. A little bit short for the intended receiver from Justice Schrader.
The defender didn't look back. A little bit of contact once the ball got there. Lighthouse coaches Logan Bosma, Connor Bosma, hoping to get that flag. Nothing doing on that play.
And that was number 1, Case Van Leeuwen, on the long intended throw, but Case Van Leeuwen can't bring that in as it was a little bit short, a little bit to this inside, and couldn't get there. As we discussed, this wind is starting to blow a little bit from that south side. That may have affected the ball, because as the ball came out of Justice Schrader's hand, it looked like a good throw, but ended up a little bit too short for Case Van Leeuwen. That was a throw to the far side. Let's bring up 2nd and 10. Clock stopped at 2:09 to play in the second quarter. Schrader takes the snap in the shotgun. He rolls to his near side, trying to make a couple guys miss, but can't do it. Pushes one guy down and finally is knocked out of bounds.
Brody Funk on the defense, forcing Schrader to take a step out of bounds. Again, Lighthouse driving into the wind, so any type of long passes are going to be affected by the wind.
So that took just a few seconds off the clock. 2:01 to play in the second quarter. Schrader's got a running back on his right hip. That's Johnny Millenkamp. Schrader's got 2 receivers on the far side. He hands it off to Millenkamp. Millenkamp tries to go outside but can't. Tries to cut inside and can't either. And he's dropped. Looked like number 12 on the tackle, Preston Stanger, the freshman. And who else, Dean?
Antoine Aguilar also in on the tackle, making life tough for Johnny Millenkamp, doing his best to get yards, but the Murtaugh defense there to keep him. I don't know if he's had a run longer than 3 yards tonight.
Yeah, Millenkamp really nothing going there when he does have a lot of production for this Lions offense. Schrader in the shotgun once again takes the snap. He's looking for a long throw, and that throw is going to be outside. Too short, too far for his intended receiver.
And Murtaugh will take over on downs. That
was fourth down. Okay. So it was fourth down for the Lions. Again, I wasn't sure. Luckily, again, Dean here keeping us honest. And it was a fourth down try. It was a throw to the outside. It was kind of one of these 7, 6, and out plays. And falls incomplete. Again, that win not helping this this spread offense. And so the Red Devils will take over on downs. They start on the shotgun. It's a high throw, and that's received at the 45. Oh, they say incomplete. Brutal call for the Devils. Thought that was completed, but he didn't. I guess they say he didn't have possession. That was Benitez on the potential catch. Didn't have possession before he stepped out of bounds, Dean.
That's right. He ran a good route. Sawyer Young tossed a good ball. Benitez made a great catch, but by the time he had it in his hands, he was already a step or two out of bounds.
So Sawyer Young and his offense will try again on 2nd and 10. He's got two receivers on the near side. A little screen pass to Benitez. He gets one block, but then he's got to go against 2 defenders as they shed the block, and he will get about 6, 7 on the play, bringing up 3rd and manageable for the Murtaugh offense.
Murtaugh coming out with 2 wide receivers on each side. They run that wide receiver screen. They've got the wind to their back, so they're trying to take advantage of the wind at their back with this passing game.
And remember, Junior Benitez, we talked about this earlier, he's dynamic. He's not just a great runner, but a good receiver as well.
Yeah, he does it all for this offense, and he can put a move on a guy, too, if it comes to it.
Sawyer Young in the shotgun, he takes it himself, and he
Speaking of
gets the
moves,
first down and then some more, trying to make guys miss. And Sawyer Young using those moves, brought his dancing shoes tonight, Dean.
He is, from watching him on video, he is just a good athlete. He can do it all. He's fast. He's quick. He can make a move, and he can make a guy miss.
Exactly what he did. Timeout, looks like. Timeout taken by Murtaugh. We'll take a quick timeout as well. And we'll recognize some sponsors. Community True Value, serving the Magic Valley with all your farm and hardware needs since 1954. Community True Value proudly supports the Murtaugh boys at state this year. And improve the quality of your crops, the longevity of your silage, and the health of your livestock with proven products and customer service at Key Ag Distributors, a proud supporter of Murtaugh Athletics. It's a nice night to support Murtaugh Athletics as they're up 32-6 on the Lighthouse Christian Lions. This is a rivalry that goes back many years. And last year, Murtaugh took the final regular season game, but then dropped their first-round playoff matchup against these Lighthouse Christian Lions. And Murtaugh trying to change that tonight. Sawyer Young takes the snap and his throws. It's going to be short, and it's going to be pass interference. Ball was short, maybe uncatchable, but Benitez tried to get back, tried to recover and get the throw, but I think that was number 2 for Lighthouse Christian, who never turned around. Johnny Millenkamp didn't allow Benitez to get back and receive that ball. Penalty on the Lions, pass interference.
Yeah, he didn't look back, and as Benitez came back for the ball, they ran into each other, and they're going to call that on the defense every single time.
So Murtaugh gets the penalty, and they will line up once again. Sawyer Young in the shotgun. Takes the snap, and he's trying to scramble, finding some room. He evades a couple tacklers, and he's got green space, and he makes a man miss. on the far side. He's past the 10. He's inside the 5. Does he get in? He doesn't get into the touchdown, but he's inside the 5-yard line. Amazing run from Sawyer Young.
And a flag after the play. Maybe something on that far side after he went out of bounds. We'll see what the call is.
They call a personal foul against Lighthouse Christian. So add insult to injury to the Lions defense. After that long run from Sawyer Young, really just playing backyard football, the play broke down and he started evading all kinds of tacklers, got to open space to the far side, and he was off to the races. Finally gets tackled inside the 5. Lined up in the shotgun. He hands it off. They go near side. In for 6. Touchdown. It is a touchdown for Murtaugh Red Devils.
That's number 24, Eli Merrick. They fake the sweep one way, give it to Merrick coming the other way on that shotgun wingback formation that they use, and he goes in virtually untouched.
Making the score 38-6, and we're not even into the end of the second quarter yet. 32.4 seconds to go. The 2-point conversion is on. Benitez trying to get through tacklers, and he does. They give him the 2-point conversion. Another one for Benitez. Collecting 2-point conversions like they're going out of style.
Once again, doing it. Junior Benitez doing it on the short yardage for Murtaugh. 2-point conversions. That's been his game tonight. Mr. 2-point conversion, Junior Benitez.
Junior Benitez and the Murtaugh Red Devils now up 40-6 in the second quarter with 32 seconds to play in this first half. And remember, once that clock rolls 0 in this first half, we'll have some commercials and we'll be back for the Idaho Launch halftime show. Seniors, launch your career with up to $8,000 for education and training after high school. Visit nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch to apply for money for training and education after high school. And applications are open. They opened actually October 3rd, Dean. So head to nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch to learn more and apply today. Murtaugh special teams, they're going to be kicking right to left after that touchdown 2-point conversion, giving them 40-6. Probably expect the pooch kick here. They're actually going to kick it a little bit longer this time, and it's going to roll to almost the 10-yard line, picked up at the 10, and slips, but goes fake far side, goes near side, and he's got plenty of green space, green grass, and he's finally brought down. Nice return there from Xander Holt, going left to right, north and south.
Will Nebeker on the tackle, maybe saving the touchdown. Xander Holt had a lot of green grass in front of him. It was maybe Nebeker and one more guy that Holt had to beat, and that would have been 6 for the Lions. But either way, great field position for Lighthouse.
So the Lions will take over with 21 seconds to go. Probably not enough time, as based on what we've seen from this Lions offense so far tonight, for them to score, especially as this wind is blowing south-north and they are moving north to south. It's a little shovel pass to the middle, and number 2 gets to the outside. That's Millenkamp. Finally brought down at about the 10-yard line. So Lighthouse Christian heard me and said, watch this, Joel. And they get to about the 10-yard line. Nice play there with 11 seconds to go in this second quarter.
Timeout Lighthouse. Justice Schrader backpedaling, drew the defense towards him, dumps almost a Tim Tebow jump pass to Johnny Millenkamp right in the middle. Millenkamp doing his thing, runs down the sideline for a huge gain for the Lions.
So they started this drive, about the 45-yard line? No.
Pretty close.
Yeah, close 45-yard line. And they get a great gain across the 50 all the way to Red Devils' 10-yard line. So it is first and goal for the Lions. And based on what we had seen, we figured, at least I figured, of course you agreed with me, Dean, because what I say is not. I'm just kidding. But, it just seemed from what we've seen so far tonight, the Lions were going to have a hard time scoring in 21 seconds. But that play that they drew up, like you said, a little Tim Tebow jump pass or a little Patrick Mahomes, little shovel into the middle. He, like you said, brought the defense back to him, got that shovel pass off, and receiver was off to the races.
Especially into this wind, I think that's where Lighthouse is going to find their most success is those short passes and letting their athletes be athletes and using that speed and athleticism that they have on this Lighthouse offense.
So with 11 seconds to go, Justice Schrader's in the shotgun. He's got power left. He takes the snap, and he throws in the middle, and that's caught. Touchdown, number two, John Millenkamp and the Lions. 6 more for Lighthouse with 6.6 to go in this first half. So nice little route from Johnny Millenkamp, just right up the middle, almost up the seam there, like a tight end play almost. And Justice Schrader sees him. No problem on that one. Touchdown for Millenkamp and this offense. Lions going for 2. Of course, in most 8-man football, we do go for 2. Schrader takes the snap. He rolls, trying to evade tacklers. He does. He's coming to the near side. He looks like he's going to run. He is going to run. And will he get in? He does. 2-point conversion is good. The ref's hands are up and good. That's going to be enough for 2 more for Lighthouse, bringing the score 40-14 with just a few seconds to go in the second quarter. So I would say the broadcast curse has been reversed. I said they probably couldn't do it. Never say never, but said they probably weren't going to be able to march down and score, and they did just that in about 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, and
really impressive
not a
play
lot
there,
of time using that passing game that they've been known for all season. And it's one of those cases where you really don't mind being wrong.
Definitely.
You know, when you get proved wrong and it's for a good cause and a great cause for the Lions, they're back.
Sure.
They're back in this 40-14. There's still a chance they get some momentum going into halftime. We'll see what happens with 6.6 seconds left to go.
So we'll see what Lighthouse Christian Lions draw up here on special teams. Again, with about 6 seconds to go in the second quarter. Lions going to be kicking from north to south, left to right, as we see it, as you hear it. And it's going to be a long kick. It's going to fall at about the 19, 18-yard line, recovered by Murtaugh's number 3, Sawyer Young. And you'll get a few yards with 2 seconds to play. So that play just took off about 4 seconds. And the way Murtaugh's been playing tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to go long here, Dean, and maybe strike before time expires.
I wouldn't be surprised. I also wouldn't be surprised to see if they just stick with their run game and hope to break one.
No doubt. There's a lot of open space on that far side. Now Red Devils going right to left, starting on about the 25-yard line. Again, 2 seconds to go, so this will be the final play of the half. Quarterback under center, and they just need the ball. They'll take it. They'll take it into the half. Murtaugh Red Devils leading the Lighthouse Christian Lions 40-14. We'll be right back after these messages for the Idaho Launch halftime show. You're watching the opening round of the 1A D1 state playoffs. We'll be right back.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. Thanks for being there when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
I am Kevin, and I'm from Idaho Falls. It's important for the disabled to be vaccinated because of COVID. I chose to be vaccinated because I didn't want to be sick or in the hospital. Getting the vaccination, my experience was painless and worth it. It was a very wise choice.
Former regional champ and back in training.
That's commitment.
Ow.
Oh, tough start. This is not as easy as it used to be, folks.
And she's off, obviously pushing through some pain.
Every muscle is begging her to stop. How's she doing this?
I'm not even sure she knows.
Look at her go. And stop.
Come on.
And go again.
It's literally the home stretch. Whoa.
She made it. Feel the elation.
What fuels that kind of fire?
Idaho Sports Nation, Ideal, Idaho's education savings program, is a proud partner of IdahoSports.com and an ideal way to save for college. Did you know it only takes $25 to start an Ideal 529 savings account and you get tax benefits? There is no better time than today to start saving for college expenses for you or for a loved one. Information and a full disclosure statement, including risks, terms, and conditions, can be found online. Please read carefully before investing. idsaves.org. Go save for college and go Idaho student athletes.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Folks, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news? You just took that selfie with poison ivy. Good news? Someone gets to use their coverage from Your Health Idaho. Quality coverage for as low as $0 a month.
We do things differently. No distractions, no phones. Focused. From here to there. It's who we are.
Welcome to the Idaho Launch Halftime Show. Did you know current Idaho high school seniors are every direction? It's great to have you with us. My name is Joel Richardson, of course joined here by Dean DeMoore and Murtaugh leading here at Red Devil Stadium 40-14, as you can see on the screen. Tonight's game is broadcast to you audio only, but with the great voice work from Dean DeMoore, who's been watching this game. Dean, of course, from Lighthouse, and he's actually the PA for Lighthouse Christian Lions. So Dean came in here with a lot of knowledge of this team. And Dean, what have we seen so far tonight as Murtaugh Red Devils lead the Lighthouse Christian Lions 40-14?
Well, as far as Lighthouse goes, they've struggled making tackles on defense. Murtaugh runs a very simple offense, but with a lot of crosses, a lot of fake handoffs, and Lighthouse not always quick to the ball, waiting to see which way the ball goes on these fakes and on these counters, which is right up Murtaugh's alley. That's their point. That's what they're trying to do, is to make the defense pause so they can gain that extra couple yards.
And Murtaugh is just taking advantage of all those opportunities that Lighthouse has given him. Also, Murtaugh just playing better, just playing really good football. That run game is really strong. They've even gotten the passing game going with some of those bubble screens, some of those short passes. They've also gone long to Benitez a few times. Junior Benitez is, of course, the senior running back. He didn't get to play a lot last year. He didn't play in this game last year as he was injured early in the season, but he's playing well tonight. He's gotten, I believe, all of the two-point conversions for Murtaugh, but let's give you the scoring drive as we go throughout this halftime show. Dean, why don't you give us the scoring drives from the first half?
Yep, Lighthouse got the ball first and ended up with Justice Schrader scoring on a 2-yard run inside the 5-yard line. 2-yard run for Justice Schrader. 2-point conversion was no good. Pass was intended for Aiden Visser, but could not quite get his fingers on it. And then after the initial scoring drive, they threw an interception, gave the ball back on downs, turnover on downs. Then they punted, turned the ball over on downs again, and then just before halftime, Justice Schrader to Johnny Millenkamp, 10-yard pass with Justice Schrader running in the 2-point conversion to bring it to 14 points for Lighthouse in the first half.
And that last touchdown came with about 20 seconds or so to go in the second quarter. And I said on the broadcast, based on what we've been seeing, that they could do it, but based on what the Lions have been showing, wasn't sure if they could get in for 6, and they did just that, reversing the broadcaster curse. So that brings us to 14 for the Lighthouse Christian Lions. But Murtaugh, on the other hand, 40 points. How have they done that tonight, Dean?
Just by running the ball, and like Coach Todd Jensen told us before the game, the goal was to control the line of scrimmage, something they've been doing especially on offense. Sawyer Young starting the scoring off for the Red Devils, a 40-yard run with Junior Benitez scoring the 2-point conversion. And then they get the ball again, a 33-yard run by Sawyer Young, Junior Benitez with a 2-point conversion. Their next possession, a 10-yard run by Sawyer Young. Guess who with the 2-point conversion? Junior Benitez. With about 4 minutes left in the second quarter, Sawyer Young pitches it to Junior Benitez. Benitez sets his feet, throws a pass to Sway Stanger wide open in the end zone for another touchdown. Junior Benitez with a 2-point conversion. And then finally, with about 30 seconds left in the first half, Eli Merrick on the cross, on the inside sweep, scores from about 5 yards out. Junior Benitez, once again, 2-point conversion, 40 points for Murtaugh in the first half.
When we watch 8-man football, we expect high scores, but 40 points in an opening round playoff match against your rival is pretty significant. It's pretty amazing for this Murtaugh Red Devils team. It's almost like they told each other, what we saw last year ain't happening again.
No, they came out determined. You could tell when we were out on the field before the game, they just had that focused look in their eyes. They were on a mission, and they are halfway there to accomplish that mission, 40-14 in the first half. Second half about to start pretty soon. But, yeah, Murtaugh, they were focused. You could tell they weren't messing around. They were just going through what they were going through their pregame, warm-up, stretching, and they were focused.
Well, that'll do it for us here. If you're curious about other scores throughout, there's just a few other games going on tonight throughout Idaho. Go to IdahoSports.com and click on, usually it's the Friday night flash, but tonight it's the Thursday night flash, and you can go there to check the scores. Thanks for listening to the Idaho Launch Halftime Show. Did you know current Idaho high school seniors are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money? It's true. Apply today. Idaho Launch. Support in every direction. As we're set to kick off this second half, like Dean said, we're halfway through, or Murtaugh's halfway through, trying to get this victory from the Lions after Lions took it last year in this opening round playoff matchup. But 2 more quarters to play, Dean. You never know what might happen. Murtaugh elected to kick. They deferred in the first half, so they will receive in the second half. And it's an onside kick. Does it go 10 yards? Because the Lions recover, and they do. It's Lions football. Lions off the onside kick. Murtaugh caught a little bit sleeping, and the Lions will get the ball to start the second half off the onside kick.
Yeah, Murtaugh didn't have a guy right in the middle.
But the referees are having some discussion here. Will it be confirmed?
Looks like Lighthouse ball after
Definitely.
the onside kick.
So Lighthouse does the onside kick after the half. And
Murtaugh coaches, Murtaugh fans are expressing their belief that the ball didn't go the full 10 yards before it was touched by one of the Lighthouse kick team. But the referees conferred. They decided that the ball did in fact go 10 yards before the Lighthouse kick teamer grabbed it. I don't know who it was, but it was a great play.
So here we go to start the second half. After the onside kick, it'll be a run play from shotgun by number 2, Johnny Millenkamp, and he'll run enough for the first down. So nice 2 opening plays from the Lions, getting the onside kick to go, and then a run to the near side for more than 10 first down Lions at the 40-yard line.
Lighthouse showing signs of life after that final drive before the half, looking to build on that momentum. This game isn't over, not by a long shot, not with 8-man football.
No doubt. As we say, 40 was a lot to score in the first half, but in 8-man football, you can get that 40 back no problem, and it's 40-14. So they already have a couple touchdowns in their back pocket. The Lions do. Next play, he's in shotgun. He throws incomplete. It's a little slant route, and that's going to be no go for the Lions offense. Bringing up 2nd and 10 for Justice Schrader and his offense.
He was looking for Jack DeYoung on the slant. Just threw it just past the arms of Jack DeYoung. Couldn't quite get there in time to make the catch.
So Schrader's in the shotgun. He's got Millenkamp behind him. 2 receivers on the near side. He pitches to Millenkamp. Millenkamp cuts inside, and he's upended. Nice tackle there from, I believe that's number 12 for Murtaugh, Preston Stanger.
Yep, they spread wide to the right, toss sweep to the left, trying to catch Murtaugh off balance. A decent gain for young Johnny Millenkamp.
So Lighthouse Christians marching. They're going left to right as we see it, as you hear it. Wind blowing from right to left, south to north. Schrader's got 3 receivers on the near side, one almost in a tight end formation. Motions a man right to left. That's number 13, Xander Holt. Quarterback takes the snap. Schrader, he pauses, he stops, he moves to his near side. He's tackled, sacked in the backfield, tripped up by number 8. Great sack there from Oscar Aburto.
Oscar Aburto runs Schrader down, trips him up, grabs his legs just enough to take him down before Schrader can get rid of the ball. Great play on defense. 4th down coming up for the Lions.
Johnny Millenkamp back in for number 6, Aiden Visser. Both sophomores subbing in for one another. We'll be calling their name a lot in the coming years. But for now, we'll see what Justice Schrader has for his offense, commanding his offense. He's got 2 receivers on the far side, one on the near side, sideline. It's going to be a throw. He's looking for someone open. He finds someone open, but oh, it's incomplete. Almost intercepted. Number 24 in coverage. That was Eli Merrick. Good coverage there from him. And pass intended for number 2, Johnny Millenkamp, who had come in on the substitution, but falls incomplete, Dean.
Yeah, number 32, Sway Stanger, was in on the play, in on the coverage as well. Both of them getting a hand on the ball, making it unable to be caught. Murtaugh takes over on downs.
So with that, on that 4th down stop, Murtaugh takes over, and they're going to do a little push. We'll get about 3 or 4 yards, and they have that under center dual back formation that gets them 3 or 4 yards. You know, that's one of those formations that you assume on a 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, 3rd and goal, 4th and goal, you know, on the 1 or 2 yard line, but they like to start their drives with that, and it gives them 3 or 4 yards every time.
And as a coach, you'll take that from your running game. 3 or 4 yards, 3 or 4 yards. It adds up. It wears down the defensive line.
Again, quarterback understand. This time he hands it off. And that's number 5 on the handoff, Brody Funk. And he gets to the near side after a gain of a couple more, bringing up 3rd and manageable for this Murtaugh offense.
Case Van Leeuwen in on the tackle.
Good to see Case Van Leeuwen continues to be out there after that first quarter, I believe it was. He went down with a little injury, but it seems to be okay as he continues to play both offense and defense. Under center once again. They push the pile, and they'll get the first down and then some. Great play there from Sawyer Young. Under center, just some hard-nosed football from this Murtaugh offense.
They lined up quick, got the quick snap. Lighthouse wasn't completely ready. And Murtaugh gets enough for a new set of downs. First down for the Red Devils.
And you kind of alluded to this, Dean. Those kind of plays are just brutal for your defense. You're in a 3rd and short or 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. You get the stop, you maybe force a punt, and instead they went right up the middle on you, and they get the first down. Very demoralizing. On this first down, they get the hard count. It works. Encroachment on the defense on the Lions, and that'll be 5 yards for Murtaugh, finding themselves in now Lion territory on the 40-yard line.
And it wasn't just one guy who jumped. They had about 2 or 3 guys jump.
That's right.
Taking
it was almost
advantage of Lighthouse's enthusiasm to make a tackle here.
Sawyer Young hands it off. He goes up the middle. Looks like it's Benitez. It is. There's going to be a flag on the play. We'll see what that one is. But Benitez gets a few more yards on the handoff. Gets a nice hand from a teammate of his and a Lions player. Looks like that's, look at what, waiting for his number. It's all pulled up. Looks like number 2 was helping him from Lighthouse, Johnny Millenkamp.
It looks like they're waving off the flag. No penalty on the play.
Okay, so they wave off the flag like Dean said. Bringing up
looks like 2nd and short.
2nd and short. Okay, 2nd and short. Again, under center, dual backs, and they push the pile once again, getting a first down, running it right up the middle, allowing that clock to run. 7:56 to play. Once we get the down markers established, this clock will continue to run, and it is running now. 7:48 to play. I believe the clock is running because of the score difference, as it's 40-14. Murtaugh Red Devils leading the Lighthouse Christian Lions.
Murtaugh quick to the line, trying to get that quick snap off, which they did. Sawyer Young going with a hard count. Once again, going up the middle, quarterback keeper.
And getting some nice blocks up front. They just continue to move that football, playing a really simple game. Hard count, get them to jump. If they don't jump, we're going to go, and we're going to get 3 or 4 yards, running it straight up the middle.
That's right. 2nd down and about 5, maybe 6 coming up for Murtaugh. This run game, this offensive line, just doing the work for Murtaugh.
So they're on the near side of the field, between the 28 and the 27-yard line, near hash. Quarterback under center gets a guy to jump. That's number 7 for Lighthouse. Ben Ford kind of hits his helmet, frustrated, knowing that they're going to hard count this, and they do get 5 more yards, and that's going to be enough, I believe. Oh, it's not. Okay, not enough for the first down, but it's going to bring up 2nd and short, I believe. Now on the the 20, between the 23 and the 24-yard line on the near hash. And so really this drive has been half running and half hard counts. As Sawyer Young again goes up the middle, gets a nice push, and he'll get enough for the first down, getting him into the red zone on the 20-yard line. Nice play there from the Murtaugh offense.
The clock keeps ticking away. Murtaugh is just taking their time now to huddle. They've taken their time the last couple of plays to get up to the line. No quick snaps the last couple plays. They're just happy to be running the ball right at these Lions defenders.
And as he does, Sawyer Young hands it off to Benitez, and Benitez gets a nice gain of about 5, bringing up second and about 5 for Murtaugh. And like you say, Dean, clock is running 5:58 to play in the third quarter of this second half. Opening round playoff matchup, 1A D1 8-man football here on a Thursday night. Thursday night football. It's a good time to be here in Murtaugh, as Murtaugh leads by a lot on this Lighthouse Christian Lions team. Oh, great play there as the quarterback Sawyer Young runs to his near side, throws it up to the near side, far side of the end zone. Touchdown, Murtaugh Red Devils.
He faked the sweep to the right, rolled out to his left, saw his guy, number 32, Sway Stanger, open, tossed it. Stanger made a nice catch right at the goal line, falls in for the 6. Touchdown, Murtaugh.
Great recap there from Dean. An awesome play from the Red Devils. Handoff for the 2-point conversion, and that's going to be no good from Benitez. So Benitez finally is stopped on what, 5th or 6th 2-point conversion. 7th 2-point conversion.
Yeah, his 6th
okay,
attempt.
6th.
He's 5 for 6.
Math is hard, Dean.
It it sure is.
So the Lighthouse Christian Lions, they stand tall there on defense and don't allow that 2-point conversion to go. But Murtaugh still scores. A great play from Sawyer Young. Fakes the sweep like Dean said. He rolls to the near side and throws. It was in the back of the end zone, but on the near side back of the end zone, and it's caught, no problem, from, it was Sway Stanger, number 32. Excuse me, I was looking for 32. Couldn't find it for some reason. Sway Stanger is a wide receiver / cornerback for this team. He's 5'5", only 5'5", 150. But great play there from Sway to bring that pass in the back of the near side of the end zone. Bringing us to 46-14. Murtaugh continues to rout the Lighthouse Christian Lions.
That's 2 receiving touchdowns for young Sway Stanger tonight.
Kickoff goes about the 38-yard line. It's recovered by number 15 of Lighthouse, Kobe Stevenson, and he's been doing all the work tonight for the Lions special teams. Kickoffs.
Yep, they've been kicking it short over the front line, but into that second line of blockers for Lighthouse kick return, finding Kobe Stevenson just about every time. He gets a good 7 or 8 yards on the return before he gets pushed out at about the 45-yard line.
So the Lions are lined up at about the 45-yard line. Again, going north-south, literally north-south, as the Red Devil Stadium faces north-south. The Lions going left to right as we see it, as you hear it on this Thursday night, cold Thursday night. 34, 33 degrees, wind blowing south to north. Quarterback in the shotgun, he hands it off to number 11. Tries to evade tacklers in the backfield and only gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was Jack DeYoung on the handoff from Justice Schrader.
Once again, Lighthouse runs that slot receiver sweep. Jack DeYoung gets it. Murtaugh right there in his face, unable to turn it upfield to gain any kind of yardage. Maybe 1 on the run for Jack DeYoung.
Yep, that indeed. So he got back to the line of scrimmage and then 1 more, like Dean says, bringing up 2nd and 9. And this defensive line for Murtaugh, they've continued to own the line of scrimmage, really, practicing what Coach was preaching today during our pregame discussion with coach for Murtaugh. Schrader in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He tries to throw it. He does. That's a completed pass to number 2, Johnny Millenkamp. He gets to the far sideline, and he will get enough for the first down. Nice quick throw. Another kind of Patrick Mahomes kind of play where he scrambles back, or maybe even Tim Tebow, like you said, and kind of just throws a short pass into the middle, almost at the line of scrimmage, and Johnny Millenkamp takes off for the first down.
Yeah, they had Johnny Millenkamp lined up in the slot. Schrader drops back. Millenkamp comes into the middle of the field. Schrader hits him on that inside middle screen. Millenkamp enough to gain some yards. 3rd and about 4
so
for the Lions.
That's right, no first down. Misspoke there. And Schrader will take it himself, and he's hit hard, but he stretches out for the first down. They will give it to him. So that second down run from Johnny Millenkamp wasn't the first down, brought 3rd and manageable for Schrader and his offense. And Schrader takes it himself and gets the first down, crossing the 50, and then some, finding themselves at about just beyond the 45-yard line.
And on that run, it did look like Johnny made it past the sticks, but turns out he stepped out of bounds beforehand. But now first down, as you said, for the Lions.
So 3:56 to play. Lions are starting to march a little bit. We'll see if they can punch one in. The hard count works this time, so giving them a little taste of their own medicine there.
Yep.
Lighthouse Christian
uses
Lions
the hard count, gets Murtaugh to jump off sides. 5 free yards for Lighthouse. And a 1st and 5 for the Lions.
And Murtaugh, they've played a relatively clean game on both sides of the ball, offense and defense, but a few offsides penalties. Schrader in the shotgun, and he's got his man open, Millenkamp, with the short, almost screen play, and he'll be tackled after the first down. Nice play there from the Lighthouse Christian Lions. Throw to Millenkamp, and Millenkamp gets to the outside, near side, to about the 28-yard line.
Brody Funk leading the way for the Murtaugh tacklers. Brody Funk has been busy on defense tonight, for sure, making tackles for this Murtaugh defense.
Millenkamp subs out after that first down play. Get a little breather after that nice run. That catch and run, I guess. Yards after catch were positive for Millenkamp. Schrader with a running back in the backfield with him. Schrader will throw long to the far side. He's got his man open, but ball falls incomplete. That wind had to have an effect on that ball. As he threw it high, man was open, but the ball suddenly started kind of floating away from his receiver. As the receiver was kind of cutting inside, the ball stayed outside.
Yeah, definitely the wind had something to do with that. As you said, Jack DeYoung trying to cut in towards the post, but the ball ended up sailing out of bounds away from Jack.
And this DB on that play slipped. The Murtaugh DB slipped, and Jack DeYoung was open, but that ball caught a little bit too much air, caught a bit too much wind, we should say.
Yeah, if that ball would have been there, Jack DeYoung makes the catch, he would have walked in easy.
Schrader, another dump pass into the middle. That's Johnny Millenkamp. He's going to get him for 6, 10-5, touchdown, Lions.
Justice Schrader to Johnny Millenkamp on that middle screen once again. Murtaugh defense hasn't quite figured it out just yet.
So with 2:42 to play, like you say, that pass has been open, and the yards after catch have been open for Schrader and Millenkamp, and they score again, bringing us 46-20 with 2:42 to play in the third quarter. As they go for the two-point conversion, Schrader organizes his men. He's got dual receivers on both sides, near and far side. 3 blockers up front. He takes the snap. He throws the outside, but that's going to fall incomplete. Two-point conversion is no good. So Lighthouse now only down by 26, which might seem like a lot, but like we've said in 8-man football, you can make up 26 pretty quickly as there's a bit more room to run and a bit more room to make plays, Dean.
It sure is. You're playing 8-man football on a standard 11-man field. There's a lot of room to run, a lot of space to make moves, to get open, to take advantage of your blockers. And, yeah, a little agility and a little bit of speed. You can score a lot of points in 8-man football.
So while we wait for the special teams to get out there for the kickoff, we'll recognize Community True Value. Community True Value, serving the Magic Valley with all your farm and hardware needs since 1954. Community True Value proudly supports the Murtaugh boys at state this year. Improve the quality of your crops, also the longevity of your silage and the health of your livestock with proven products and customer service at Key Ag Distributors, a proud supporter of Murtaugh Athletics. Murtaugh leading 46-20 in the third quarter with 2:42 to play.
Lighthouse lined up to kick. Let's see if they kick it deep or if they go for another onside kick.
If they do another onside, probably won't be a surprise this time for Murtaugh, as they got faked out in the opening kick of the second half. And that's Sawyer Young. He receives it at about the 20-yard line, and it's about almost a 20-yard gain on the kickoff return. Nice kickoff return from Sawyer Young.
Yeah, Sawyer Young's been doing it all year in the kick return game, punts, kickoffs. He's dangerous back there with a football in his hands. He's got the moves, he's got the speed to break one, to run it all the way back for a touchdown. Luckily, Lighthouse tackles him down.
We've talked about the three-headed monster of the running backs, but how about four, adding that Sawyer Young to the mix? Brody Funk, Eli Merrick, Junior Benitez, and also Sawyer Young, your quarterback, who's a great runner as well. And here he goes again.
Oh,
he
he's through.
Takes the shotgun, and then he's off to the races. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Sawyer Young. My goodness.
62-yard run for the quarterback, Sawyer Young, showing us what he's been doing all year for these Murtaugh Red Devils.
So Sawyer Young takes the snap and then takes off. I don't even know if he had to break any tackles there. He was off to the races, got to that green grass, and gets in for 6 off the 61-yard touchdown run.
He made a move or two, and he was gone. Past the linebackers, past the secondary. Lighthouse could not run him down.
Murtaugh will line up for the 2-point conversion. Sawyer Young under center, 2 backs behind him. He hands it off. It's a pitch to the first one. He gets outside. Will he get in? He will not get in for the 2-point conversion. It is no good for the Murtaugh Red Devils, but they strike again. Sawyer Young off a great run, bringing us to 52-20 with 2:24 to play in the third quarter. We'll take a quick break, but we'll be right back. You're listening to the 1A D1 opening round playoffs on IdahoSports.com.
Idaho isn't your average state, and we are not your average people. We're not afraid to jump feet first, and we see the world a little differently. We know the importance of slowing down and the value of catching up. When we're not busy getting lost, we're looking out for one another. Our whitewater is aggressive, but our driving is not. We know all about taking chances, but we also know our limits. We drive safely because we care. It's who we are.
Welcome back to Red Devil Stadium for this 1A D1 opening round matchup of the 2023 playoffs. Murtaugh Red Devils leading the Lighthouse Christian Lions 52-20 with 2:24 to play in the third quarter. Sawyer Young breaking free for, maybe not breaking free, he just got free, got himself free for a 61-yard touchdown run to that far side. Impressive stuff from Sawyer Young. It's a little cold out here tonight, and Dean and I, our nose is running a little bit, and Dean made the joke, our noses are running like Sawyer Young is. So
yeah, he's had a good game tonight. Xander Holt on the return, hoping to have a good night.
And after kind of running east and west, Fani goes north and south, but he is tackled up at the 38-yard line. So a decent kickoff return, but a little too much running there east-west. They'll take over at the Lighthouse Christian Lions offense will take over at the 38-yard line. Again, 2:12 to play now in this third quarter. Murtaugh, as you can see on your screen, Murtaugh Devils leading 52-20 over the Lighthouse Christian Lions. Lighthouse need to keep scoring. They've scored the last few drives on their offensive drives. So got to keep scoring.
Yep. Got to keep at it. Can't give up. This game is far from over.
So Schrader's got one back. He's got two receivers on the far side. He throws again to the middle, and he's tackled almost immediately. That's, I believe, DeYoung.
Jack DeYoung was split out wide. Schrader had him come in to line up as a tight end. And once the ball was snapped, he just sat there in the middle and waited for that screen pass to come. But luckily for Murtaugh, they saw it coming and tackled him for a short gain.
1:40 to play. Schrader's got single receivers on both sides. Two running backs behind him. He fakes the handoff. It's going to be a pitch to the far side. That's number 1, Case Van Leeuwen. And Van Leeuwen breaks the tackle and doesn't get to the first down, goes out of bounds. We'll stop the clock. But a nice gain from Case Van Leeuwen off the option pitch.
It sure was. Case Van Leeuwen, great athlete for these Lions. Again, Lighthouse offense showing some life, getting some yards, good yards on this running game.
So Schrader setting his offense up again in the shotgun. He's got two receivers at the far side, one receiver at the near side. Another option, but this time to the near side. Cuts up in the middle. That's number 3. And he gets to the outside. He's going to beat tacklers all the way to the 5-yard line. Great run there.
That was Johnny Millenkamp.
Number 2, Johnny Millenkamp. Number 3, Camden Boyd, is not playing tonight. So number 2, Johnny Millenkamp. His jersey was a little scrunched. Looked like a 3 from here. Great run there from Johnny Millenkamp. Gets to the far side and gets free. Great speed from the sophomore.
Yeah. Millenkamp takes the Schrader option pitch, runs to the right, cuts it back to the left, and almost scores on the far side. 1st and goal for the Lions.
So Lions in the red zone. Like we said, got to keep scoring as time is of the essence. Handoff to Millenkamp. Millenkamp gets into the middle, makes one guy miss, and finally brought down. Nice run there from Millenkamp with 28 seconds to play. Clock continues to roll. We'll bring up 2nd and short, almost into the end zone. Lighthouse Christian Lions lined up on the far side of the field.
With the clock running, this could be the last play of the quarter.
7-6, indeed 5-4. They get the snap off. They hand it off to Millenkamp. And does he get in? He doesn't, and he's short of the first down. And that'll end the third quarter. Murtaugh Red Devils leading the Lighthouse Christian Lions 52-20. We'll be right back for the end of this game, the start of the fourth quarter. You're listening to 1A D1 State Football Playoffs on IdahoSports.com.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to Red Devil Stadium here at 1A D1, the opening round of the 1A D1 playoffs here at Red Devil Stadium on IdahoSports.com. Joel Richardson with Dean DeMoore. And Dean, Lions about to strike here.
Yep, they need to if they want to stay in this game.
Schrader in the shotgun. He's got a man. It looks like false start. That's number 7 for Lighthouse, Ben Ford. And he was ready to go, but the rest of the team was in false start. That's going to march him back 5 yards. And something you don't want as you start this fourth quarter down 32 points.
Especially inside the 10.
They still find themselves at the 8-yard line, but like you say, they were on about the 3, and makes it a little bit harder as this Murtaugh defense has stood tough this entire night. So they'll try again. 2 receivers on the far side. They're on the near hash. He fakes the pitch, and he does pitch it into the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown for Case Van Leeuwen. Brilliant play from the Lighthouse Christian offense.
Yep, Schrader fakes the sweep to the running back Millenkamp. Slot receiver Case Van Leeuwen coming in for the shovel pass. Catches it from Schrader and runs it in for a quick touchdown.
It was almost like Justin Schrader was pretending to be confused or pretending to have a broken play. And as he did, his man was right there in the middle, a little shovel pass to Case Van Leeuwen, and Van Leeuwen gets in for 6, almost untouched. So the Lions will line up for the 2-point conversion. He's got 2 receivers on this far side. They're in the middle of the field. Schrader pedals backwards, looking for someone to pass to. He finds someone, but that's going to be incomplete, blocked by number, looks like 74 for Murtaugh, or 75, Isaac Romans or T. Gunnell. I missed the number there, but it was a great defensive effort from
I think it was 24.
24,
Eli
excuse me.
Merrick.
Thank you. Eli Merrick. That would have made for Murtaugh as Justice Schrader had his guy open for a split second, threw that ball, but Eli Merrick knocked it away almost immediately, recovering nicely on the defensive play for that for the failed 2-point conversion. But Lighthouse scores. They strikes quickly. As we said, if you're going to score, you got to score now, and they did so. But Murtaugh continues to lead 52-26, now with 11:54 to play in this closing quarter.
Lighthouse has cut the lead in half. Still has a way to go before the end of the game, but it's definitely possible for this Lighthouse offense.
And hopefully you joined us for the Idaho Launch halftime show. Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? It's true. Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. You can even Google Next Steps Idaho Launch, and you'll find what you need as you prepare for the next steps for yourself as a senior or for your senior. Number 1, Case Van Leeuwen for the kickoff. It's a little pooch kick, and that's going to roll out of bounds without anyone touching it at about the 36-yard line. Penalty on the play as it rolled out. So Murtaugh offense will take over. And what Murtaugh wants to do here, Dean, with 11:54 to play, is continue to use that run game that they've been relying on to let that clock and bleed that clock as much as possible.
Definitely. This time of the game, when you have a lead, 26-point lead in the fourth quarter, take your time in the huddle, take your time breaking the huddle, take your time in everything you do before that ball is snapped.
So quarterback Sawyer Young, he was under center. He hands it off, and they get to near side. That's number 13, who comes up a little hobbled, Junior Benitez.
He's been busy running the ball tonight for these Murtaugh Red Devils.
He has been. Dynamic runner, great player, and he comes up a little hobbled. He's going to be subbed out for number 5, Brody Funk. So Sawyer Young under center once again. 2-back set. Hands it off. Left side middle. And that's going to be for a short gain. Bringing up third and about 6 or 7 That was a handoff. That was Eli Merrick on the handoff for the short gain. 11 minutes and counting. 52-26. Murtaugh Red Devils lead. Now time for that clock management to keep that ball in your hands. Sawyer Young under center. Hands it off. Runner goes left to right to our near side. And that's number 5 on the handoff, Brody Funk. Again for a short gain. Bring it up 4th and manageable, but, probably 4th and 5 or so for the Red Devils. What do you call here, Dean?
Probably another run and hope for the best. These Murtaugh running backs have been getting chunk plays, good yardage plays.
Sawyer Young in the shotgun. He's got a man in motion. He'll take it himself, and he'll get the first down and then some. Nice run from Sawyer Young. Pushes a guy down almost, but finally tackled from behind and tackled out of bounds. First down, Murtaugh.
Case Van Leeuwen with the tackle. Helped out with some friends, but possibly saving a touchdown run by Sawyer Young. Sawyer Young was looking to score on that one. He had some green grass in front of him. He was hoping to go for a run there.
So Sawyer Young takes it to the near side. Now they're lined up on the near hash at about the 17-yard line. He's in the shotgun, takes the snap, hands it off to Benitez. Benitez is tackled after a short gain. Get about 4 or 5, bringing up second and manageable. And like we've said all night, when your running game is getting you 3, 4, 5 yards, it's a good night.
And when you have 3 or 4 guys that can carry the ball like Murtaugh does, it's tough. Definitely tough on a defense.
They huddle and they break. Sawyer Young in the shotgun. A nice big line with number 5 getting ready to go in motion. He does. Brody Funk goes in motion. Handoff to Brody Funk to the far side. Cuts into the middle, and he's tackled, but he'll get the first down. Nice run there from Brody Funk. Great push from the offensive line, Dean.
Yeah, they had a nice kick-out block from the tackle there. Kicked out the Lighthouse defender. Funk was able to cut it up and gain yards, enough yards for a new set of downs for the Red Devils.
So they're lined up on the 15-yard line, going left to right, north to south. 8:41 to play. Clock continues to roll. Clock not favorable for the Lighthouse Christian Lions as they are down 26 to Murtaugh. QB run and takes it himself, and he'll take it past the 10-yard line, almost to about, let's say, the 8 or 9, but he's inside the 10 for this second down.
Sawyer Young taking it himself, fakes the handoff to the crossing wingbacks, and just dives it up the field for a good gain.
You know, I tell you, Sawyer Young is he's gonna owe his offensive line pizza, ice cream, whatever they want for the next few days, as they've been opening up all kinds of holes for him and his running backs / wide receivers tonight. Just a great offensive performance from the offensive line. Great push, like you said, kick out blocks happening all the time. Doing great work for Sawyer Young and these runners. Quarterback in the shotgun. He'll take it to the near side. Sawyer Young will, but he'll get met. Nice tackle, great defensive play. A couple guys on that one for the Lighthouse Christian Lions. One of those was number 10, Justice Schrader.
Justice Schrader and Rowan Crone making the tackle for the Lions. Justice Schrader doing it on both sides of the ball for these Lighthouse Lions.
Murtaugh Red Devils in the huddle, trying to take as much time off this clock as they can. 7:10 to play in the fourth quarter, 52-26. They walk up to the line nice and slow. Sawyer Young has got a back with him. That's number 5, Brody Funk. And Brody Funk gets a block for Sawyer Young, and Sawyer Young will break a couple tackles, and he will get in for 6. Touchdown, Sawyer Young and the Red Devils.
It's about a 5-yard run for Sawyer Young, the running back. Brody Funk leading the way, picking up a block for his quarterback. And Sawyer Young making a move at the goal line to punch it in for the Murtaugh Red Devils.
You know, it's amazing. We talk about an 8-man football, how there's a lot of space, a lot of green grass to make moves, to get open, and to use your athleticism. But he used some athleticism in that short kind of area. Sawyer Young is trying to get the two-point conversion. He's hit hard by number 10, Justice Schrader, and the two-point conversion is no good. Justice Schrader laying some wood there.
Both of these quarterbacks not afraid to put a shoulder down. In this case, Justice Schrader putting a shoulder down on defense to stop the two-point conversion.
Quarterback to quarterback hit there. Hopefully both those guys are okay. That was a big hit on that failed two-point conversion. 58-26, Murtaugh leading Lighthouse. We'll be back after this quick message on IdahoSports.com.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
Welcome back to Red Devil Stadium as the kick goes out of bounds by the Red Devils after scoring another touchdown. And who else but the running quarterback, Sawyer Young of Murtaugh Red Devils, only a junior, 5'9", 160, playing like a super senior tonight, Dean.
Oh, yeah, he plays a lot bigger than what he's listed as. He's tough to take down, whether you're trying to trace him down or trying to tackle him. He doesn't go down easy. He's shown why he's one of the leaders of this Murtaugh team.
So with 58-26, with the score of 58-26, Lighthouse Christian Lions need to score now. 6:52 to play. This game may be out of hand, but we've seen wilder things, so we'll keep this one going as Justice Schrader takes the snap. It's a quick throw to the near side. Short little bubble throw, but he is tackled for a loss. Jack DeYoung can't go anywhere, and that's a big loss for the Lions as it looks like it's a 7-yard loss on the throw, Dean.
Junior Benitez was not fooled on the play there. Schrader had received the ball in the shotgun. Jack DeYoung crossed in front of him, almost like a sweep. And then Schrader hit him on that, the swing pass as DeYoung went by. But Junior Benitez sniffed it out, tackles for a loss. 2nd and long for the Lions.
So Schrader and his offense on the near side, near hash. Quarterback understanding, but he loses it. It's a fumbled snap, but he recovers it. But now they're going to go even further back, bringing up 3rd and forever. Once again, they had this earlier in the game, and they ended up having to punt. And when you're needing scores, this is not what you want, Dean.
Yeah, this is not what they were hoping for. They're not helping themselves right now.
That's right. 3rd and 20 for the Lions offense.
Hoping to get maybe 8 to 12 on this play and maybe a little bit more on 4th down. It would be hard to get all 20 back in one play, but it's happened.
And you do have the wind at your back. Finally, they haven't had the wind at their back almost all night, it seems. So Schrader in the shotgun. He's got a man behind him. He fakes the pitch. It's going to be a pitch into the middle. That's to number 1, Case Van Leeuwen. Case Van Leeuwen makes a move to get outside to the far side, gets across the original line of scrimmage, and we'll get about 15 yards on that play. Nice recovery. We talked about making it 4th and manageable, and they did just that on that play, Dean.
Junior Benitez there to push Case Van Leeuwen out of bounds. He was looking like he was going to get the 1st down and more. Junior Benitez for the save for the Murtaugh Red Devils.
So not a 15-yard gain, but about an 11-yard gain, bringing up fourth and 8 for the Lions. This could be it right here for them if they can't get the first down with 5:05 to play in this final quarter of action. Schrader in the shotgun. He's got two receivers on the near side. He throws to one of them, but that ball falls incomplete, hits the dirt. Schrader hasn't had great throws tonight. I feel like a lot of that was from the wind, but on that play, wind's at your back, your receiver's open on the slant, and the ball falls the dirt, Dean.
Yeah, he threw it at his receiver's feet. Unfortunately, Case Van Leeuwen couldn't scoop it, and Lighthouse turns it over on downs. Murtaugh takes over.
So that's 3 turnover on downs, I believe, for the Lighthouse Christian Lions. And when you need a score and they turn it over, that might be it, as the score is 58-26 with 5:01 to play. Red Devils take the snap. And he gets to the near side, to the sideline. Number 13, Benitez, pushes a guy down and finally knees the ball before he gets hit, keeping the ball inbounds and not going out, letting that clock roll. 4:45 to play. Nice heads-up play from Benitez.
Benitez was forced close to the sideline. He took a couple steps back because he didn't want to get out of bounds to stop the clock. Takes the knee before the Lighthouse defenders could get to him. Very smart play, very heads-up play by Junior Benitez.
So we'll probably continue to see a heavy dose of running from the Murtaugh football team here. Quarterback in the shotgun. He hands it off to number 24, Eli Merrick. Eli Merrick gets the outside and then some. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Eli Merrick. And they do it again. Getting touchdowns like they're going out of style. Murtaugh Red Devils score with 4:11 to play in the fourth quarter, making the score 64-26.
Yep, Murtaugh just sticking with their offense, just running the ball, trying to make Lighthouse stop them, and on this time, they could not. Lighthouse just could not make the play, couldn't get the tackle. Murtaugh scores once again.
They go for the 2-point conversion, and he's stopped. Can't go anywhere, falls to his knees, and then is tackled. Nice tackle there from number 24, Rowan Crone, the senior for the Lions, and the 2-point conversion fails. So with 4:11 to play, Eli Merrick takes one to the house, bringing us 64-26. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break on IdahoSports.com. Got through all the commercials. Yeah. That's a win. Always going to get those going. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to Murtaugh High School, Red Devil Stadium. You probably heard some of that commercial discussion as we were talking about the fight that the Lighthouse Christian Lions are showing. You know, on that 2-point conversion, you could just kind of fold and let them score. But as Dean mentioned to me during the commercial break, Lighthouse still showing some signs of fight, signs of fire.
Yeah, they're not. Some teams you'll see down this much will just kind of give up, and it's not fun to watch. But these Lighthouse Lions still fighting, still have some pride in what they're doing. They're not gonna go down. They're not gonna end this game just giving up. They still got some fight. They're still looking to score with 4 minutes to go in the game.
And for the seniors on this team, this is their last game, right? This is it. This is their senior year. Final game to play unless they go play at the next level. As Schrader takes the snap, he fakes the pitch and kicks it to the outside, and that's number 3. Number 2, Johnny Millenkamp. Again, his jersey, someone got to fix his jersey, the back of his jersey. I should assume it's Johnny Millenkamp, but I keep thinking it's number 3. Johnny Millenkamp takes it to the outside and gets second level and then some, getting him across the 50 all the way to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lions.
And smartly runs out of bounds to stop the clock to give Lighthouse time to regroup and get a play called in.
That's right. Just like Murtaugh was trying to stay in bounds, Lions trying to get out of bounds with 4:01 to play. He's got 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on his near side. It's a high snap. He throws. It's a little bubble screen again. He gets a nice block. And number 2, Millenkamp, is going to get second level, cuts into the middle, goes to the far side, but he trips and falls. He saw lots of green grass on the touchdown, but he falls after 2 great blocks like Dean mentioned, but he does get the first down, Dean.
Xander Holt and Case Van Leeuwen throwing blocks for their guy, Johnny Millenkamp. Millenkamp looked like he was scoring before he actually got to the end zone and ended up tripping, unfortunately. But Lighthouse in good field position inside the 15.
So in the red zone with 3:24 to play and counting, the clock continues to roll. Now you're scoring for pride if you're the Lions. Schrader in the shotgun. About 2-step drop, but he's going to be sacked for a loss. Great penetration from number 8, Oscar Aburto, still showing that he's still here. The all-conference player from last year gets the backfield and sacks the quarterback.
Aiden Mater in on the tackle as well. Looked like Lighthouse was going for that middle screen again. Johnny Millenkamp got caught up in traffic with the Murtaugh defense blitzing. Aburto and Mater tackling Schrader for the loss.
Clock continues to roll, 2:40 to play in this 4th quarter. Schrader in the shotgun with Johnny Millenkamp behind him. He fakes the handoff. Millenkamp gets the block for Schrader. Schrader's going to throw that ball into traffic. Dangerous throw, almost picked off, but falls incomplete and stops the clock with 2:23 to play.
Murtaugh defender number 32, Sway Stanger, trying to slide in to scoop that ball before it hit the ground. Fortunately, was just a second too late. The ball hits the turf, incomplete pass. 3rd down from Lighthouse at the 20. The clock is stopped after the incomplete pass.
Schrader with Millenkamp in the backfield. 2 receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. Millenkamp is hit as he throws, but that ball is bobbled by defender offense, the receiver and the defender, but falls incomplete. Again, stops the clock, but that's going to bring up 4th down and 4th and 15 for Schrader and the Lions.
Oscar Roberto doing it again for the Murtaugh defense, tackling Justice Schrader as he's trying to get rid of the ball. And then good defense. I didn't see who the defender was, but good defense keeping Millenkamp from catching that toss.
Oscar Alberto again getting the backfield. I love how Murtaugh's defense has continued to play tough, play fast, and not letting anything get behind him or in front of him. Schrader with this shotgun snap. He throws it high. That's going to fall incomplete on 4th down. Turnover on downs. Great defensive play. Great defensive drive from Murtaugh after giving up that long Millenkamp run. But they hold strong in the red zone, and they force a turnover on downs. 1st down, Murtaugh.
2:10 left to go in the 4th quarter. I don't expect Murtaugh to do too much other than maybe a play or two and then just take a knee for the win.
You know, I would say these are opportunities to get your 2nd, 3rd string in, but with 8-man football, there's not much, 2nd, 3rd string. And this is the playoffs. Want to get as many reps as you can. Handoff, that's number 24, and he's going to be off to the races. Eli Merrick, and finally tackled at about the, what are they going to mark him at the 45-yard line. Eli Merrick took off for the races, but he was pursued and tackled just as Schrader and friends to stop Merrick from scoring yet another touchdown.
Once again, Lighthouse playing with pride. Other teams you would see, Merrick would be gone, but Justice Schrader said, not today, not this time. Tackles him from behind, saving a touchdown.
1:40 to play and counting in this fourth quarter. Final game for a lot of these seniors on the final game for these seniors on the Lighthouse Christian side. Had a great season. Proud of their play. Murtaugh will take a knee and let this clock roll a little bit at the first down. And for Lighthouse Christian Lions, nice game tonight played. Murtaugh just played better. As Murtaugh won last week, they won tonight. Murtaugh has their full team, full strength. Murtaugh's going to be tough playing moving forward in these playoffs. But Lighthouse Christian Lions can't hang their hat too much as they ran into the buzzsaw that is Murtaugh Red Devils.
Lighthouse Lions have played with pride the whole night. They've played the whole entire game. They didn't give up. And for these seniors, it's sad to lose, but you did make the playoffs.
Definitely.
There are teams that didn't make the playoffs. They made the playoffs. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough to win. They played their guts out tonight, and they have nothing to be ashamed of.
So with 35 to play, Murtaugh kneels the ball one more time, and the clock will run out. Players shake hands. These players have played each other probably since freshman year, maybe even 8th, 7th grade. Shake hands on the field between the black team and the white team.
Show of respect between
Great show of
guys
respect.
that have been playing each other since middle school.
Yeah. And as the clock rolls 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and that will do it for this game tonight. 2-1-0. Murtaugh Red Devils come away victorious 64-26 over the Lighthouse Christian Lions. The rematch from last year, and Murtaugh keeps the past from haunting them and gets the victory and will move on in the playoffs. Lighthouse Christian Lions, their season ends tonight. Both teams line up at midfield to shake hands. Love that sportsmanship and wishing each other the best as they move forward. Again, Murtaugh winning this game 64-26. We're going to take a quick break, run some commercials, and then we'll be right back for the post game. You've been listening to the 1A D1 opening round playoffs here at Red Devil Stadium. We'll be right back.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way down, all the way down.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
We do things differently in Idaho. Sometimes we go east to find west, where muddy trails meet huckleberry smiles. Stars shine electric, and the wind smells like destiny. Sure, our traffic jams are strange, and not all our steaks are ribeyes. But wherever we go, our eyes never leave the road. Belts strapped and dreams packed, no distractions, no phones, focused. From here to there, it's who we are.
Welcome back to Red Devil Stadium, where the Murtaugh Red Devils defeat the Lighthouse Christian Lions 64-26. Joel Richardson, the broadcast booth, with Dean Demore. And Dean, as this game comes to an end, Murtaugh Red Devils will move on to the next round of the playoffs. Lighthouse Christian Lions end their season here tonight with this defeat.
That's right. Unfortunately, a sad end to a really strong season for Lighthouse. Murtaugh, again, a strong showing tonight, and they get to move on in the state playoffs.
Great performance from Murtaugh. Really a complete game from their team. Offense was awesome. Defense was offense scored 64 points, but that defense holding Lighthouse Christian to 26 was impressive. But a lot of great running. Murtaugh wanted to establish the run, wanted to dominate on both lines. They did that tonight. With the scoring drive, Dean, give us a little of that scoring drive from the second half from Murtaugh.
From Murtaugh, from the second half, we had a 20-yard touchdown pass, Sawyer Young to Sway Stanger. The 2-point conversion was no good. And then Sawyer Young with a 62-yard run up the middle, almost untouched. No, the 2-point conversion, again, no good. Sawyer later in the half on a 5-yard run. Again, the 2-point conversion was no good. 58-20 at that point. And then Eli Merrick, with about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, breaks one for 43 yards to get the Murtaugh scoring total to 64.
And that gets us, like you said, 64. And Lighthouse Christian, they had 14 points in the first half, but in the second half they got some things going, getting them to 26. How did they get there, Dean?
Well, Justice Schrader to Johnny Millenkamp, a little halfback screen in the middle with 2:42 left to go in the third quarter, 27 yards to bring their point total up to 20. The 2-point conversion was no good. They worked the shovel pass in there as well. Justice Schrader to Case Van Leeuwen inside within the red zone at 11:54. 2-point conversion was no good. That put them at their final total of 26. Lighthouse had an interception early in the game. 4 times they gave the ball up on downs, turnover on downs. They even punted once. And the Murtaugh defense, just too much for this Lighthouse offense.
And that Murtaugh defense, like you say, super strong, but their offense did score 64 points. And their offense, we'd love to give player of the game. Now it's time to award our player of the game for the night. Love to give it to the entire offense, but we're going to give it to one particular person on that offense. Dean, who is that?
It would be the quarterback, number 3, Sawyer Young. He had 5 rushing touchdowns. He had a touchdown pass to Sway Stanger. He was involved with, he had that toss sweep to Junior Benitez, who ended up throwing the halfback pass to Sway Stanger. So he was involved with 7 touchdowns on tonight, and he had it on the defensive end with that interception early in the game.
So Sawyer Young having a complete game, helping out both on defense and then obviously having a monster game on offense. Last week it was Benitez with all those 7 touchdowns. This week it was Sawyer Young. Murtaugh will move on into the playoffs. Into the next round, we'll see who they play. Lighthouse Christian, though, on the other hand, is done for the season, but with some great players coming up, including their sophomore, Johnny Millenkamp. Look forward to seeing him. Aiden Visser, we saw a few times tonight. Xander Holt, Kobe Stevenson. A lot of good players to look forward to for this Lighthouse Christian team, Dean.
Yeah, plenty to build on. They're losing a big senior class, so it'll be interesting to see what Lighthouse football looks like next year. But with guys like Johnny Millenkamp, Aiden Visser, Kobe Stevenson leading the way for these Lions, there's reason for hope. There's reason to look ahead, and bright days coming as well for Lighthouse football.
Definitely. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. I'll be in Grace tomorrow. Grace playing Cary for more 8-man 1A D1 football. Looking forward to that one. So tune in tomorrow for more football. Friday night football, though. Tonight was Thursday night football. Tomorrow, Friday night football. And then we got some Saturday games as well. Idaho high school playoffs are in season. It's super fun. Tune into IdahoSports.com to catch all of these games, either audio or on camera. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2023 Idaho High School Football Playoff, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department and Ideal, Idaho's college savings program. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, Your Health Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers. This broadcast was also made possible by the great support from Community True Value and Key Ag Distributors. Special thanks to Athletic Director and Head Coach Todd Jensen and everyone here at Murtaugh High School for their hospitality and helping getting this game broadcast to you, especially for getting the Wi-Fi going. Awesome connection here to bring this game to you live. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department, Sawyer Young, involved in 7 touchdowns tonight and getting interception on defense. Thanks again for joining us as the Murtaugh Red Devils defeat the Lighthouse Christian Lions by a score of 64-26. For my broadcast partner,
Dean DeMoore, thanks for having me.
And everyone else behind the scenes here at IdahoSports.com, I'm Joel Richardson saying be excellent to each other. Good night, everybody.
Did you know Idaho high school seniors graduating next spring are eligible for up to $8,000 in grant money for career training and education through Idaho Launch? Funds can be used to cover the cost of apprenticeships, job training, community college, and university programs that lead to in-demand careers. Students choose their own path, and Idaho Launch helps pay for it. Funds are limited. Apply today at nextsteps.idaho.gov/launch. Idaho Launch. Support in every.
This is not what I asked for.
Once again, we have contributed to your ideal college savings program. Love, Grandma and Grandpa.
Give the gift of college savings this holiday season with Ideal, Idaho's 529 college savings program. Eventually, they'll appreciate it.
I love it. Thank you.
College costs money.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or